Hello, you're welcome to today's teachings online and knowledge and revelation. So today I want to talk about prophecy. I want to talk about the 7 steps to judge prophecy. 7 steps to judge prophecy. All right, and the reason is because there are a lot of prophecy that are being dished out. All right, and sometimes we are confused on how to judge or tell the real prophecy and fake prophecy. All right. I'll be talking about false prophets to be able to discern a false prophet by the kind of prophecy they give, and I'm getting my teachings from the scriptures. All right, so I'm talking about the 7 steps to judge prophecy, and of course, this will be a series. I'll talk about it in 7 different clips. So there are 7 steps. So I want to talk about each of the steps in each of the clips. So I'll start the step 1. The step 1 of it is, all right, the false prophets. There are false prophets in our day, even in the days of the old, even in the Bible days. All right, and this false prophet, who is a false prophet? A false prophet is a person who gives a false prophecy, who gives a false message, a false prophecy. And what is prophecy? Prophecy is divine utterance. Prophecy is divine utterance for the now or the future. There's more to that definition, but this will do for this video. So it's divine or supernatural utterance for the now or the future. So it must be divine. In other words, it comes from God and then it is spoken. That's prophecy for the now or the future. So there are many false prophets, and there are ways to judge or tell whether a prophet is fake, or whether a prophecy that's given is not real or is not true. All right, the Bible says in Matthew chapter 7 verse 15, Jesus himself was saying, I'm quoting the very words of Jesus. He said, beware of false prophet which comes to you in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. They are ravenous wolves. He now said, by their fruit you shall know them. He said, by their fruit you shall know them. So Jesus Christ said, beware of false prophets. Beware of false prophets. And of course, Paul in 1 Corinthians or in 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 13 to 15, he spoke about the false prophet also. He said, for such false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostle of Christ. All right, that's 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 13. And of course, verse 14 says, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Verse 15 says, therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the minister of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. And Peter also talked about false prophets. He said, but there were false prophets also among the people. That's 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 1 to 3. Even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even what denying the Lord that brought them. So what I'm trying to say here is that there is false prophets. Jesus talked about it, Peter spoke about it, and Paul spoke about it. So there are false prophets even in our day. All right, and if they are false prophets, they are true prophets today, because a lot of times we focus on the false prophets. We focus on the false prophets. You see, calling this prophet and this man of God this man of God is a false prophet. That the Jew is a false prophet. So there's a focus on false prophets. How this man is a false prophet. That's what's running the world. In fact, many people don't even believe they are true prophets anymore. But you see, they are true prophets. If there's false, there's true. All right. But what Jesus Christ says is that They come to you in sheep clothing, but inside they are ravenous wolf. And he said, by their fruit you shall know them. So you can see the reason why people are deceiving the world today, because this false prophet, they disguise and come as though they are true prophets. And sometimes if you don't carefully observe the fake of something, you might not be able to tell that you might not be able to tell the difference between the fake and the real, except with careful observation. And that's what Jesus Christ is telling us. He said, beware of false prophets. Beware of false prophets. Beware of false prophets. All right. And these are ministers. These false prophets, they are ministers of the devil. They are ministers of Satan, according to what Peter was saying. According to what Paul was saying, he said they are ministers of Satan. They are ministers of Satan. That's what the Bible says. That's what the Bible is saying. That's 2 Corinthians 11, 13, 15. So they come to you. That's why they are deceiving many people in the world today. So, but what did the Bible teach? Jesus Christ said, by their fruit you shall know them. By their fruit you shall know them. So I'm just letting you know, with careful observation, with time, you'll be able to tell that these are false prophets. You'll be able to tell that these are false prophets if you observe them with time. All right. I don't by this mean that you should start observing every prophecy everywhere. All right. The prophecy that is directed towards you. All right. The prophecy that is spoken towards you. Somebody came and prophesied towards you, prophesied to you. All right. That you can judge and observe carefully if the person is exhibiting the fruit of righteousness. All right. It's very important. It's very important. So by their fruit you shall know them. There are some of them, they lie a lot. Some of these false prophets. That's one of their, you know that they lie a lot, because Peter talk about damnable heresies. They begin to preach heresies. They begin to preach heresies, denying the Lord that bought them. They deny Jesus Christ. They deny Jesus Christ. So when you see a false prophet, these are their qualities. They are full of one of the step to judge false prophecy is, all right, is that they are lies, they are heresies, and they deny the Lord. That's the first step. And by that fruit you shall know them. They exhibit not the fruit of righteousness. All right, so they lie a lot. They are good at heresy. You know, there are many heresies in the world today, and they deny the Lord. So you know them by their fruits. Like I said, if you carefully observe the fake, you tell the difference from the real. So it's very important that we understood that about prophecy. And so Jesus Christ went ahead to say in that Matthew chapter 7 that a good tree bears good fruits, a corrupt tree bears evil fruit. So you just know by their fruits. You will know by their fruit. That's why you should be prayerful, and if you are prayerful, it will not be hard for you to know. The Spirit of God will give you witness that this is false prophecy. This is coming from a false prophet, and you should not be deceived. So we'll move to the next series another day, which is because I told you it's a series. All right. So this is just the first step to judge prophecy. The first step to judge prophecy. Special appreciation to my mentor, in blessed memory of Kenneth Hagin, all right, Senior, Kenneth Hagin Senior. I love you, sir. I know that you're in heaven, and I thank you for your inspiration. Thank you.